think visually everything looks like it's working. So hello everyone. So we are going to get started, but first, the usual preamble. So what is SASA? Save Ancient Studies Alliance works to promote the study of the ancient world and engagement with our human deeper past, building a grassroots movement through outreach, collaboration, accessibility, and public scholarship. We work toward our goal of inspiring a wide, inclusive community of scholars, learners, and students. These are all of the places that you can find SASA: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, obviously on Twitch, where you may be watching this. YouTube, I guess you might be watching this later. Blue Sky, and LinkedIn. As per usual, the live events protocol: please be kind and respectful. Listen and ask thoughtful questions throughout the event. Please be patient with technology and those administering it. And SASA Archaeogaming Live is streamed on Twitch. Recordings will be posted on SASA's YouTube channel shortly after the event. And spoiler alert, since we are playing games here, there is a high likelihood of running into spoilers. So I have done a couple of things a little bit ahead of time to try to sort of keep things on track, or at least I hope keep things a little bit on track. So I'm just going to move a couple of things around. Hello in chat. So hopefully we're okay. So I did, like I said, I did do a couple of things. I gave a couple of characters medicine to try to see how far I can get through this. And I'm going to embark on attempting to find the last couple of plaques, although I don't completely know where they are or how to get to them. So I'm going to do my best. We're going to go into what I think is the cisterns. I did, sort of in positioning myself, get yelled at by Domitus here, who was not happy with me, told me that the cisterns are haunted, which probably won't go well for me, and that there was effectively a zombie eating the last person who went in here. So I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure this is going to be very low stress and nothing to worry about. Maybe I should get my bow and arrow. Just be prepared. The horrors that await. Yep. Oh no! It's okay. They like being molded. Disturbing. Okay. So really, I'm just doing a public service by going through here and regolding statues that have been peeled, which is really horrifying to think about. A human-like creature, which seems to have been crushed to death. So apparently, the infrastructure here may not be solid, which makes sense for a bunch of ancient materials. Yet again, kind of backseat gaming. Oh, which, my voice volume? I've done nothing to change my voice volume, but let me see if, that is as high as that goes. So hopefully that will work. I can turn down my game volume a little bit and maybe it'll make a difference, but apologies if you can't hear me well. But I have maxed out my volume on my computer, so hopefully that works. Okay, pedestal and everything, I believe so. Okay, somewhere there may be a plaque in the game. Probably most of the customers. Okay, this is telling me to do something. Find a creative way to climb. That's creative. No. So wait,
Did he send you?
Yeah, I'm Kyle. Nobody said.
Juno, you're here. You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
I would like to know what's going on.
I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
That is a good question. How hasn't this broken the golden rule? Why is this not causing an issue? Remember, the gods are a little bit capricious, so it makes sense, perhaps, that they are just sort of picking and choosing who to apply this. Sarah, I would like to know who did this.
Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Historically, not super uncommon. Alright, so how has this not broken?
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
So it seems that Sentius probably has more ill intent than perhaps we had previously gathered. Scintilla has identified it.
Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
I guess I'll ask this, although it seems strange to me because I should have just released
I'm
it.
going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
Yeah, what about everyone else?
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
Yeah, I would like to give everyone an opportunity to get out. It feels like it's the best way to go about this. I've done things out of order. Let's see what happens if I see this.
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
Oh. This is an end. This probably requires that I run back to the portal and get out of here as quickly as possible, but let's just see what happens.
Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
This is not good. Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm usually not very confrontational in this game, so I'll just...
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really, if you'd just done what you were supposed to. You'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
So we're getting a little bit more information. Somehow Sentius remembers things. He's kind of been playing the long game and making it sound like his memory was resetting every time. But now it doesn't seem like it was. Now we have to wonder if he's in league with whoever is resetting things.
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 4? Not many. But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another useful idiot who comes along after you're dead. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Okay, so we learned some information here. He does seem like he set me up for questions that are not answered. He did know that there was a way out. He locked up his adopted daughter, and then he finding that out. And he probably is going to die a painful death because Scintilla is right behind him. I guess I'll do a little bit of confrontation. This puts me in a really bad position because next time I reset everything, he's going to know that I found all of this.
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this, but where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust.
And I suppose I'll confront you about this as well.
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Okay, so yeah, I will say, let's see you cheat your way out of this until it's been very patient. Definitely need to find a way to get Hilarious to win that election. I'm not sure how it needs to happen, so let's...
Do you really think you could take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
That probably could, but she is going to take care of this.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
I paradoxed myself into an immediate ejection from the afterlife. This is different.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Glad I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Yeah, I did come here to find Al, initially.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Yeah, I'm Kyle.
Really? That's strange.
You're
was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Yeah, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, I did technically find him after that event.
I'm sorry, come again?
Yeah, and
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
Yeah, so now I need to tell Al before he knows he's stuck in time.
I'm not following.
Because I helped Scintilla kill them. Moving a time portal.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Oh no, did I get some kind of ending where I didn't get?
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
No. Okay, so I may not have saved everyone in my efforts to try to explore. Alright, so we're gonna go through the cistern, I suppose. I wonder if I can get everything that I did. No.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Discovering the secret and killing Cynthia.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
Yeah, he's
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
okay. So, well, yeah, I did discover who Taryn actually is.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
I think I already know who this is, but I guess I can ask since it's the only option I have.
You can just call me Carol, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
So yeah, I'd like to know what they're talking about.
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
more historical context mythologically. As the case, we already heard a little bit about what Kayron does and how that works, ferrying people to the afterlife down a river, collecting payment for that ferrying. Yeah, I am kind of curious. I was here presumably doing something archaeological. How did this happen?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Sure.
As you wish. You were murdered. You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of ancient origin. Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Kayron's Opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here.
Yeah, apparently, so Kayron's eyes are definitely something else, and Kyle was living that Lara Croft life, apparently completely wiped his memory upon death because he didn't even remember having a companion with him in Al. So we already learned what was special about these coins. Historically, these were the coins that were used effectively by loved ones or family members, put into the mouth of someone who's died to be that fee to pay to Kayron to enter into the afterlife.
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here.
It feels like we already know the answer, but since it's the only thing I can do, why?
That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here, nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
So we're stuck here, presumably.
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look. I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Cynthia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Okay, so
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
yeah, I guess I don't have a choice, but I guess at least we're not stuck here. And yet, it is interesting that this, written 2,000 years ago, by someone who lived in ancient Rome, this tablet was presumably in English, because I don't think we still had that effect that we had in the afterlife where everything was conveniently translated for us, unless Kayron had that power. Okay, so we got one of the endings, which is not the best ending. I wonder if we go back in. I mean, Kyle did something, but so many people weren't saved, and that's a little bit disappointing. If I start over, do I start over? Although I know some of the steps that I need to take now. Continuous, what happens if I continue? Oh no, what happens if I continue? I could load, maybe? Before that other say, I don't know what's gonna happen here. We're gonna find out, hopefully. I mean, I guess at least a few of us escaped. And I did save Al. I think if I save everyone else, I can't save Al. There are a lot of moral considerations to be made here. Oh, okay. So I guess I just need to really terrible for you. I guess that's no. Okay. Perfect. This is what I have. So that's a horrible thing that I've done. This means okay, so there was something. Oh, back out. Okay, so the only thing that I can do down there is destroy everyone, I guess. Kicking statues is really one of the highlights of perhaps life in ancient Rome, although I think that most statues in ancient Rome times were a bit more sturdy than that. Use this one. I shouldn't be here anymore. Alright, so let's... There are a few other paths that I can take. I know for one thing I want to free Dooley from his imprisonment. There's nothing up here. Fall damage? Can't jump down. Sweet. honest friend to Octavia. May the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I cannot risk discussing this with you in person, but if I'm right, you're a believer like me. Okay, so we have some allusions to sort of the secret religious practices that we've been seeing, people needing to keep their Christian faith secret given persecution by the Romans during this period. This is still not...
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face, Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Okay, so no new...
See you again soon, I hope.
Need to convince people to vote for the liturgist. Now, do I do this?
Ah, you again.
How do you rig a Roman election? This is the question. Okay, so I've already given him his cure, and it seems like that's stuff. Yes,
See you
because we
around.
didn't reset, because it's before that save point. Okay, so... we get people to reconsider their votes.
Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying. Do you mind if I ask where you acquired it?
Yeah, took it from the Shrine of Diana, only to discover you locked me inside with angry hornets. I managed to escape.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little... confused? Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in a clinic.
Well, we already know who he's gonna vote for. It's gonna be Malleolus.
Malleolus. I mean, Centius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
Well, okay.
Certainly.
Let's put a
Very
pin
well.
in this.
Another time.
Election rigging. That is our new goal. Which I think we might be able.
Citizen.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's. Feeling all right? That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Julia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Maybe we need to destroy everything. Julia's awake.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
So probably we should ask what happened. So this is the patient who had been poisoned. And yet, everyone's a little disappointed when it's Kyle. Even though I've been going around and medicating people and solving their problems for them.
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Okay, so how was the Golden Rule operating?
The Golden Rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
So is that who poisoned you?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
And yeah, I do want to help, in part, because perhaps I can save everyone.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
So, yeah, we I suppose have the time, not necessarily in the stream, but in the afterlife.
All right. I'd been here about a week. When it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
I can see how things might have gone wrong here. But yeah, probably she thought she would be gone before the time to pay things back even happened.
I'm not proud of it, but yes, I was surprised he agreed to it, to be honest. But I was so happy to have the money I didn't question it. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
And I see in the chat, you would think maybe you could sell the golden statues for money, but since they are so plentiful and kind of ubiquitous, I don't know that there's much value to them. But yeah, we know what hemlock is. It is a plant that is highly poisonous.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
And yeah, again, we have questions about why is the golden rule not being applied to things that currently seem like it should be.
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
So presumably...
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
I'm not going to accuse her of anything because this feels like an inappropriate time for that, so I'm sorry to hear that.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
So what's happening now?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
Now I feel like I've just made mistakes all around, but can I help?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh.
maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
I could ask about buying for freedom.
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
So maybe
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna get on it. Looks like we have a marker. There's so much to try to handle. There he is, okay.
Keep an eye
out for Santilla, would you?
We can do this. I also know where Santilla is. Did it before. I can do it again. Really? Why does it look like I can... Okay. So not this way. I know that I gotta... Because I dove into Malleolus's home. This way?
Keep an
Isn't
eye
it
out for
keeping
Santilla,
an
would
eye
you?
on things, Horatius?
Santilla is... From living as Lara Croft in great shape. Here we go.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Yeah, I do need to
All right,
Octavius.
well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Nope, 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 nope.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
I'm just gonna help.
Ulpius, what are you doing?
Please let me.
Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Yeah.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
Wow. Okay. What's wrong?
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Santilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
I did bad. I keep doing bad.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
I feel like I might be terrible at fixing things. I think that might be where I'm at. So it didn't break the golden rule.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
And I do have a question about, like, for people doing this in this certain context, because we know this is the afterlife, what happens if they take this action? So what happens
I'll have to let everyone know what's happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Well, came to save him. I couldn't see if the temple was locked. Follow him. And I guess we have to go back into the villa.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have
Photos. There's also some, like, audios for this.
deeply honored to collection of
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
Not the first
That
time.
was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
And also, yes, in chat, Kayron drops you back off after a lecture is probably what happens.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Okay.
Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it.
Almost out of streaming time. How do I find Claudia? Just be rude and go through your entire house. Searching for a way to get you to join the election. I think she's in there, but how do I get in? It's locked. Perhaps more of that. Steal. This face is battle. It's depicting some kind of battle. It's not helpful for our purposes, though. Oh, okay. It looked like it was on the other base, but I suppose it wasn't. Okay. Nothing to steal here.
Get out before I have to let you crash.
No, rude. Okay, so this is a letter from Ulpius, who, unfortunately, I could not help. Ulpius to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again.
Still here.
You stop. Thieving. Empty bottle of hemlock. Okay, so this presumably is where Julia was. Oh, I want to see the letter.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
This way because it's locked. Oh no, they're all alive. Alright, I'll figure it out. You can jump that way before. Go over that way. This is not the way. That's how you sent me. Yeah, I tried the parkour. Yeah, continue from that last save, I suppose. I don't even know who broke the rule. I don't know what happened here. All I'm trying to do... Maybe I broke the rule. Yeah, here comes the Kayron lecture. Maybe I accidentally broke the rule because I was digging through stuff, but I don't know. We know it wasn't the election. Who did it? So what I'm learning is, this game is historically relevant, but also, I am not good at it. I'm just simply not good at this game. We only have a few minutes. I'm not going to be able to save everyone. But I did get an ending, and that's something. Certainly something. Alright, where was that last save? I don't know how to get out of this place.
Through the door this time?
Okay.
There's a key just beside it.
That's what I get for not listening. Yeah. I am not smart.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I found a couple of pieces of information that I don't find I actually wanted it. To get to the crying there doesn't appear to be anything else. Purple carrots. As they were before, modern orange carrots were cultivated. History lesson amid me not knowing how to do what I need to do in this game. It can't possibly be the same key as Yes!
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Yeah, can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
So much business. Why are you locked in here?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your
I think a
story?
better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange men in private.
I'm trying to help. This feels like a strange time to ask about a way out, but I suppose I will.
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
What do you think about the golden rule? Person who was locked away, crying in a room?
I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave. The dainty little thing from next door. Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
I think you're hiding something.
Well, I've had quite enough of this. Demetrius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
That was maybe the wrong response. Is there something I can take? Ink jar is not what I need. That? That? Well, I mean, it's gonna be broken anyway.
Do I need to call Demetrius? Get out.
She's not happy. Okay, well, golden rule's about to be broken, probably. Which I think I need to look at all of these items before I leave. And by leave, I mean before everything gets reset. Okay, so I've already read this. The item. There's another note. An empty bottle of hemlock. We didn't quite see Yulia's. Yulia, to her captors, Malleolus and Claudia, I curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day in debt bondage to you. May vultures peck your livers in Tartarus for eternity. Fair. Produce. Carrots. Carrots. Stove. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation. But yeah, their servant's problem. Let's say it's likely after it. There has to be evidence somewhere in here. I don't see any.
Still here.
Claudia, I think, is the key, but she's not happy with me, so. We definitely grabbed the key. Okay. Made it seem like it wasn't unlocking. Still 19 minutes. Alright.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored.
I want to try to do things that I know are going to break the golden rule.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop. I trust you can see yourself out.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Which seems not like the right thing to do, but maybe is in the context of the game. And he's not gonna remember because we haven't done that yet.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Still Kyle.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you. Is that a...
We had this conversation. I mean, I did
You
break it.
broke it. Why in Pluto's name would you do that?
Wanted to see what would happen. I've done all of this.
Well, it seems you failed spectacularly. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason. Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
We can figure this out. We can figure this out in 2 minutes. Responding in ways I was hoping they would. We need people to vote for Galerius. I think we still need to have the
Citizen.
conversation with Galerius to try to get him to run. Things are bad. Things are just bad. I think Galerius is still up there. Ball damage, Nope, that's not what it means. I... 1 minute. No! I didn't do it. I didn't do it. This is... There's so... There. No? Statue! Oh, hey. Golden goose eggs. Hey. Oh, Cab can't do it. Oh, goat! I can't do it. Well, Kyle couldn't do it. But Kyle couldn't do it, I mean, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I am the worst at video games. Maybe I'll add more of this one so that hopefully we can get a different ending. But next time, I'm going to be revisiting The Sims 4. And hopefully not ruining that too, although the last run that I did of that wasn't going well either. I got my sim cursed in an ancient temple and could not figure out how to heal her, so there seems to be a trend, and I just keep destroying everything in the games I'm playing. But that's it for today. Subscribe on Twitch if you enjoy Sass's live events such as Archaeogaming, which is this, book clubs, and reading groups. Please consider becoming a member of a supporter of SASA with a recurring monthly donation. For as little as $3 a month, you can help us save ancient studies. You can also subscribe for free through your Amazon account on Twitch. And that is it. And this was more of a disappointing session than I had hoped. I even tried to prepare and make things a little bit better. But I inadvertently, I think, ruined everyone's lives. At least in the game. Hopefully not yours. But hopefully, I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.